Hola, ¿cómo estás? Konnichiwa, hello, tudu bem, aloha, what it do? Welcome to the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe. Even if you don't love everything I have to say, you can still help a brother out, right? I would help you out, so please help me out. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I love to talk in the comments. Let's have a conversation. So, just finished watching the Thunder versus the Nuggets, and the Thunder came out and did what they were supposed to do. They put B to B, belt to butt cheeks. Pause, no Diddy. They beat the Nuggets down, man. They beat them down. They beat them down all the way to the ground, okay? So there wasn't really a lot left of the Nuggets after this one, and hopefully the Nuggets can turn it around and give us a good game next time. But I got to tell you, I'm not overly surprised about this game. I think that if I'm just giving my thoughts straight up off the top, I really believe the Thunder are the best team in the NBA. I think SGA is the best player in the NBA. I think he deserves MVP. And I've heard a lot of people say a lot of different things. I know that there's some of, my even favorite people on YouTube, they really love Joker, which is fine. I love Joker. I've been a Joker Jamal Murray supporter for a long time. It bothers me that people have a lot of bad things to say about Jamal Murray now, like he wasn't a big part of why they won the championship before. But ultimately, I believe that Joker is ridiculous. He's top 3 player right now. Maybe he's the best, depending on who you are. I've at times called him the best, but I believe right now this is SGA's moment. I believe this is SGA's moment. I believe this is SGA's time. And he proved that tonight. Joker did an excellent job in game 1. I'm not taking that away from him, but ultimately the Thunder blew that game because of some terrible game management down the stretch. I don't know what their coach was telling them. And they have a good coach. I just don't know what the heck was going on there. But ultimately they came out and put B to B. 149 to 106. I think their highest lead was like they had 49-point lead at one point. This was never close. It was a barn burner. Okay, it was they lit the barn on fire and told everybody else to get out if you weren't on the Thunder, and that's essentially what happened. So if you take a look at the box score, we'll start with the Nuggets. Joker really was pedestrian tonight. He had 17 points, he had 6 assists and 8 boards. He had 6 turnovers. Now, funny enough, they made him turn the ball over a lot in the first game too, and he only had 6 assists the first game, but he killed it in rebounds, killed it in points. I think he had 42 points and 22 rebounds or something like that. But tonight, they really came out and did a number on him. Murray had 14 points, only had 4 rebounds, only had 1 assist. Christian Brown only had 3 points. He was 1 for 6 and 1 for 4 from 3. Michael Porter Jr. is struggling. And I really believe if you're the coach of the Denver Nuggets, I truly believe Michael Porter Jr. is better than just standing and shooting threes. I don't understand for the life of me why he is not given plays that get him close to the basket at 6'10". There's got to be more actions. He's got to be posting up. There's just got to be something for this man that I know people will look at Michael Porter Jr. and be like, he's not playing well. I get it. He was only 2 for 10 tonight, 2 for 8 from the 3-point line. But I really believe you have to let him play a more well-rounded game. I think when you're just asking him just to shoot, you're taking away from his game. That's just my opinion. Nobody has to believe me. We'll see if Denver ever listens to me. They got him under contract for a while, so even this year, if they end up losing to the Thunder, which I believe they will, then think about next year how you can get him more involved. I know Joker's great, but Joker's going to need help. And if you don't develop the people around him, it's just going to be Joker, right? Because you got Michael Porter Jr. under contract, so he ain't going nowhere. So you better get the best out of him. A. Gordon, my boy, only had 10 points tonight. He was 3 for 12 from the field, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line. So he shot okay from 3, but only had 5 rebounds. So, he didn't get involved the way that he wanted. I really like Aaron Gordon's game. I think he's underrated. I really love his humbleness. I really think he's a good dude. I really appreciate Aaron Gordon. I always have. But he just didn't have the game that he wanted to tonight. And realistically, I'm going to be honest with you. The Thunder have to attack Joker and Gordon first. If you can match those two's physicality, and especially Gordon, if you can match Gordon's physicality, then you have a good chance to win. You got to get on him and slow him down physically. because he's a beast he's a beast. I've seen him go against Kawhi. I've seen him go against LeBron. He takes those guys head on, no problem. He's like that. So you got to go at him. And they started out, they put Chet Holmgren on him, and Chet did a good job. Chet's length, I think, bothered him a little bit, if I'm being honest. Now, Chet ain't got no bricks in his back pocket. He ain't got no ham sandwiches in his yams. Pause, no bad boy. But, you know, he came out and played a lot tougher tonight and took that challenge on, too. And we needed that from Chet. If you're the Thunder, I say we. I'm trying to be objective. But I picked the Thunder to win. That's the team I picked to win. That's the team I'm going to rock with, if I'm being honest. And I don't hate Denver. I'm rocking with them. Chet came out, did most of his work in the first half, had 15 points, 11 boards, two assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He owed us for that stinker at the free throw line that cost the game. So he came out and he was playing good right from jump. He was only 3 for 8 from the field, but like I said, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. He really came out and did a great job. Jalen Williams was 5 for 20. He came out 17 points, 6 for 11. Right? Didn't shoot well from 3, but he also has 7 dimes. That's how you got to do it. Hartenstein, 14, 5 dimes, 8 rebounds. That's how you got to get it done. No turnovers. Now that's working on all cylinders right there. And then Shai Gilgeous, he finished the game with 34, 11 for 11 from the free throw line, 11 for 13 from the field, 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. He also had 8 dimes. This is my guy, all right? He is the best player in the NBA right now, in my opinion. And I'll explain that more thoroughly in another video. I don't want to take this whole video explaining that. But he's the best player in the NBA right now. I don't care what anybody says. I love Joker. I'm a Joker fan. This isn't to disrespect Joker. SGA is the best player in the league. He's got these young boys balling. And he's a young boy himself. But he's got them balling. And he's got them playing hard every single game. And it starts with his leadership, man. It starts with his leadership. And these guys, he didn't go pick his roster. He doesn't have all these veterans around him. He got good and made his people better. So put some respect on his name. Lou Dortinson, Luciv Dorton, whatever you want to call it. I like making up funny names for Lou Dort. Excuse me. I just think it's funny. But he was only 4 for 13 from the field tonight, 2 for 9 from the 3-point. But he played tough, man. Lou Dort's going to play tough. All the starters were in double figures. That's what you want. And it was just a blowout. So, I mean, this guy off the bench, left-hander named Mitchell, that's the first time I've seen him play. He played pretty well, 10 points off the bench in garbage time. Wallace had 8 points. Wiggins had 10. Isaiah Joe had 14. When Isaiah Joe and Wiggins and Wallace are playing well, it's over most of the time. It's just over. So the Thunder came out. They beat the beat, belt to butt cheeks. They did what they were supposed to do. To me, they're the best team in the league. SGA is the best player in the league, and that's no disrespect to Joker and Giannis. They're right there. But I'm giving the nod to this guy. 68 wins in the regular season. I'm going with him. Winning should matter. I don't care what anybody says. We need to stop this. And I tell you, as much as I love Joker, I'm tired of people talking about, oh, this triple-double, that triple-double. Listen, my favorite player of all time is Kobe Bean Bryant. He wasn't out there getting triple-doubles. He was out there getting W's and busting people's behinds on offense and defense. The numbers don't show up on defense all the time. But you know what? When you need a stop, Kobe Bryant's going to get you one. When you need a stop, SGA is going to get you one. When you need a bucket, Kobe Bryant's going to get you one. When you need a bucket, SGA is going to get you one. When you need leadership, Kobe was going to display leadership. When you need leadership, SGA is going to display leadership. So I'm not going to sit here and be amazed by triple-doubles all the time. And again, that doesn't mean Joker's not like that. But to me, we have to put some respect on the guys that are first-team defense and offense and doing it on both sides of the court and are great leaders and their teams are winning and they're dominating the competition. That has to factor in at some point again. I'm tired of listening to people talk about numbers. And again, even people that I really have a lot of respect for that I don't want to name drop, who I love their content and everything like that, even on here, they're really into the numbers. I don't know all the numbers, but you know what I do know? I know what my eyes tell me. And my eyes tell me that SGA is nice and he got his team going the way he's supposed to. So ultimately, like I said, it was a B2B, belt to butt cheeks. They did what they were supposed to do. They came out and you know, I saw the interview at the end of the game and Shai Gilgeous said, look, we're desperate. We need to get better because we're going on the road because they're heading back to Denver. And he's like, they're going to come out hungry and physical, and we need to be even better than that. We don't need to match it. We need to be better than that. So I respect his leadership, and I think he's telling the truth about what needs to be done. So this is still, this series is not over, but I am picking the Thunder to win. And I don't think I've really picked anybody to win in my other series, so I need to do that. But also, shout out to the Thunder for being the only #1 seed that realized what time it was and actually did what they were supposed to do. The Celtics fumbled tonight. The Cavaliers fumbled the other night. And they're losing things at the end. They're just, and I'm glad the Thunder said, you know what? The end is one thing. Losing, like the end of games is one thing. But you know what? How about we just blow them out? They're not taking no chances. And that's what you got to do when you're a great championship level team. And I think this team is right there. I think they're on their way. So we'll see. So thank you very much for listening to this little late night video that I'm just throwing out here real quick to be one of the first people to get you the inside scoop on these games. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit me up in the comments. Let's have a debate. Let's talk. Let's figure out what's going on. I really appreciate any of the support, I guess you could say. And don't click off immediately after this video because we have some suggested content that we know that you will love as long as you just stick with it, right? Just stay with us and don't get rid of us. Stay with us. Don't click off and click on the suggested video or playlist, right? So thank you very much for your time. Very humble. Much love. That somehow you never get over.